Hi, Sensay community. Really happy to be here and presenting to you today. I'm Shane Sibley. I'm the head of business development for Sensay, and we're really excited about where we've come to today. We put in a lot of work for the last 18 months, and we really started out with individual legacy preservation, and what that's really turned into is organizational legacy preservation. Creating more robust knowledge management systems and creating a lasting memory that can be passed on from generation to generation if it's coming from an individual, or being able to pass on corporate knowledge to the next cycle of people coming through the company. With the amount of information that's lost in unstructured data, it's up to an astounding 80%. We have an incredible digital imprint these days, and the amount of inputs that we could actually add into a personalized replica that becomes an extension of yourself makes you incredibly more productive. If you were able to go through the statistics of how much time is spent on managing your inbox, managing your emails, it accounts to 20 to 25% of your entire work week. Another 20% is looking for internal information. So what Sensay has really been doing here is creating a knowledge management system that can be used across organizations to increase that productivity, being able to find information a lot faster, being able to answer emails for you, something that we've been working on in the back. Individual and legacy preservation is something called Autopilot. And Autopilot allows you to turn this on when you're sleeping, when you're gone on vacation, so other people can access your information, the internal information that you want readily available to the rest of the organization. Have you ever been in a position where you're looking for information and somebody takes 5 or 6 hours to get back to you? Well, that halts all productivity on your end because you're waiting for something to get back to another client. US companies are facing up to $47 million in lost productivity just based on poorly managed knowledge management. For the individual use cases, it can actually come over into the organizational components as well, being able to replicate key individuals within an organization, C-suite, CEOs, being able to pass along high-level information to the teams to feel inspired to actually gather the knowledge that they harness. When I first started in the corporate world, I get an onboarding book. This onboarding book is boring. It's static. There's no ability for me to ask questions, answer questions, and it took me a long time internally to move around the organization and ask my way around and make that system my own. And so when I was getting promoted within a role, I made a phone call over to somebody in Toronto, and I flew in to somebody that was moving on. And I jotted down 4 pages of questions that I could ask him about structuring my territory. With all the questions that I was asking him, if he was able to store that into a replica where I didn't have to fly halfway across the country to be able to go talk to him over a lunch, would be super helpful. And that conversation ended at that lunch. I had to take that information and make it my own. Now, if I had a replica where I could talk to that into perpetuity and I could continue using not just him, but other people within the organization that have replicas, then I can make something my own based on the advice that so many different people have within the organization. Now, if you were to look at consultative advice, when some of these consulting companies bring in key figures, they could be paying $10,000 to $20,000 per replica per person that comes in and talks on stage. Now, if you were able to create a replica of those individuals as well, you're passing around information that can be readily available for you to ask questions to for any extended amount of time that is agreed upon with that key individual. The opportunity size for organizations is absolutely massive, with cost savings, productivity increases, and the amount of knowledge that you're actually going to retain from people bouncing around jobs, up to 50% of knowledge lost from retirees. Being able to harness that and put that back into your onboarding processes, put that back into the people that support your organization at the time that they're working with you, and being able to, create this machine of knowledge that you pass on to the people working with you is going to save you millions, even with small organizations. So we're really excited to be rolling this out with Sensay. We're really excited for our community, and we're also really excited for our future partners that are going to be involved in this process, in this journey. So knowledge in enterprises and organizations is quite scarce. That's why they often bring people in for training sessions and bring in experts, and they pay a high ticket. They're a high ticket item when they bring them in. What we're capturing at Sensay in the knowledge management system is largely unstructured data. Now we're going to be able to do the structured and the digital imprint that others are able to as well. But what we really want to harness is the knowledge that a lot of companies are losing with people retiring, people transferring positions, just leaving the organization. So it's a form of legacy preservation. One of the biggest revelations about capturing and using this data is the fact that not only is it reusing and recycling information that has been largely uncaptured in the past, but it's actually coming up with new ideas for the organization, which is, a massive opportunity for different organizations to be able to capture. So in all the market research that we've been doing for organizational knowledge management systems, and the work that we've been doing towards building partnerships, and again, on-ground market research, we're really excited about the future of the partnerships that we're bringing in, the conversations and the design partners that we're looking at in a number of different verticals, whether it's legal and healthcare and consultants. A lot of these companies have a massive organization, a massive staff, and each one of them can use personalized replicas with this knowledge management system. So we're really excited about all the conversations that we're having in the future of this technology aligned with these companies as well. So really appreciate all the support that everyone's given us along the way. Really appreciate the team that we're working with. It's an all-star team, and looking forward to the future.